ஸோ என்ன மாதிரி இது உங்களுக்கும் ரொம்ப யூஸ்ஃபுல்லா இருக்கும், ட்ரஸ்ட் மீ. அதே மாதிரி உங்க ஃப்ரெண்ட்ஸுக்கும் இந்த இந்த விஷயத்துல அவன் ரொம்ப குவாலிட்டியா இருப்பான், அவன் கண்டென்ட் ரொம்ப கிளியரா இருக்கும்னு நீங்க எக்ஸ்பெக்ட் பண்ணீங்கன்னா அவங்களுக்கும் இந்த லிங்கை ஷேர் பண்ணி உன்னோட செஷனை கொடுக்க சொல்லுங்க. ஸோ கண்டிப்பா அந்த செஷனுக்கான போஸ்ட் டிசைன் பண்றதுல இருந்து அதை ஷேர் பண்றதுல எல்லாமே எங்களுக்காக ஒரு பேக்ரவுண்ட் டீமே ஒர்க் பண்ணிக்கிட்டு இருக்கு. அண்ட் அந்த பேக்ரவுண்ட் டீமே எல்லா ஒர்க்குமே பண்ணும். ஜஸ்ட் நீங்க உங்க ஐடியா நாலேஜே எல்லாருக்கிட்டையும் ஷேர் பண்ணிக்கிட்டா போதும். அண்ட் அது மூலமா இதனால உங்களுக்கு என்ன கிடைக்கும் அப்படின்னு கேட்டீங்க அப்படின்னா, கண்டிப்பா ஒரு சாட்டிஸ்பேக்ஷன் மட்டும்தான். நம்மளால எல்லாருக்குமே கனெக்ட் பண்ண முடியுது அப்படின்ற ஒரு சாட்டிஸ்பேக்ஷன். அண்ட் இன்னைக்கு நான் நிறைய பேருக்கு கற்றுக் கொடுக்குறது நம்ம ஒரு ஹெல்ப்பா இருந்திருக்கோன்ற ஒரு சாட்டிஸ்பேக்ஷனுக்காக மட்டும்தான். அண்ட் இது இந்த இடத்துல நீங்க உங்களோட டைம் அண்ட் எனர்ஜி, ஸ்கில்ஸ், மணி எல்லாத்தையுமே சாரி மணி தேவைன்னு சொல்லிட்டணும். அது கிடையாது, சுத்தமா இங்க கிடையாது. எங்க கிட்ட இல்லாத ஒரு விஷயம் அது மட்டும்தான். அண்ட் உங்களோட எனர்ஜிஸ் அண்ட் ஸ்கில் அண்ட் உங்க நாலேஜ்க்காக மட்டும்தான் இவ்வளவு விஷயமும் போராடிக்கிட்டு இருக்கோம். ஸோ உங்களுக்கு வேற ஏதாவது டவுட் இருந்தது அப்படின்னா எங்க வாட்ஸ்அப் குரூப்ல நீங்க ஜாயின் ஆகிக்கிட்டு அண்ட் அதுல உங்க டவுட்ஸை கேட்கணும். நீங்களும் ஹோஸ்டிங் பண்ணணும் ஆசைப்பட்டீங்கன்னா கூட அதுக்கு எங்களுக்கு ஆட்கள் தேவைதான். அண்ட் அதே மாதிரி வீடியோ எடிட்டிங்க்கு இப்போ கண்டிப்பா எங்களுக்கு ஆட்கள் தேவைப்படுது. ஸோ என் ஃப்ரெண்ட் நல்லா வீடியோ எடிட் பண்ணுவான் அப்படின்னா இந்த செஷனை ரெக்கார்ட் பண்ணி யூடியூப்ல நாங்க போடலாம் அப்படின்ற ஒரு ஐடியால இருக்கும். ஸோ ரெக்கார்டிங் பண்ண செஷனை சின்னதாக பஞ்சிங் பாக்குற வேலை இருக்கும். நிறைய எடிட் பண்ணணும், நிறைய குவாலிட்டி கொடுக்கணும், டெக்கரேஷன், அண்ட் அந்த இடத்துல உங்க இனோவேஷனை காட்டணும்னா யூ மோஸ்ட் வெல்கம் பீப்புள்ஸ். தேங்க்யூ. அண்ட் இப்போதைக்கு இவ்வளவுதான் சொல்லணும். அண்ட் சொல்ல வேண்டியதை சொல்லிட்டேன்னு நினைக்கிறேன். இஃப் யூ ஹேவ் எனி டவுட், ஏதாவது இந்த விஷயத்தை பத்தி இன்னும் நிறைய டவுட்டா இருக்குப்பா, கொஞ்சம் கிளியரா சொல்லுப்பா அப்படின்னு ஆசைப்பட்டீங்க அப்படின்னா கண்டிப்பா சொல்லலாம். அண்ட் செஷன் முடிஞ்சதுக்கு அப்புறமா எண்ட் ஆஃப் த கொஸ்டின் அண்ட் ஆன்சர் செக்ஷனுக்கு அப்புறமா கூட நான் எக்ஸ்பிளைன் பண்றேன். நான் கரெக்டா 6:09 ஆகுது மேம். 6:10க்கு நீங்க ஸ்டார்ட் பண்ணலாம் மேம்.
Yes, okay.
Yes ma'am, thank you ma'am.
If someone wants to make the session with English, it seems. Is everyone comfortable with English? Do let me know in the chat section. Yes, okay. Thank you.
அண்ட் மேம் ஒரு சின்ன ரெக்வஸ்ட் அது மட்டும் கொடுத்துக்கிறேன். ஆடியன்ஸ் நம்ம மைக்கை மட்டும் கொஞ்சம் மியூட் பண்ணி வச்சுக்கோங்க ப்ளீஸ். செஷன் நடந்துகிட்டு இருக்கும் போது நிறைய பேருக்கு பேண்ட்வித் ப்ராப்ளம் அக்கர் ஆகும். ஸோ அதனால நீங்க ஒருவேளை மைக்கை அன்மியூட் பண்ணியிருந்தீங்கன்னா நான் அதை மியூட் பண்ணுவேன். இப்போ ஒருவேளை உங்களுக்கு ஏதாவது டவுட் இருக்கு நீங்க கேட்கணும்னு நினைச்சீங்கன்னா நீங்க தாராளமா அன்மியூட் பண்ணிட்டு டவுட் கேட்கலாம். அதுல எந்த பிரச்சனையும் இல்லை. பட் அது ஒரு நாய்ஸுக்காக தான், மற்றபடி வேற எதுக்காக இல்லை. தேங்க்யூ. எஸ் மேம், யூ மே கண்டினியூ மேம். Hello ma'am. Hello.
Hello. Hello. Can you hear me?
Yes ma'am, I can hear you ma'am. Can you hear me? Hello.
Yeah, I can hear you.
Okay ma'am, thank you ma'am. Session எடுக்கலாம்.
Hello.
Thank you ma'am. Hello ma'am.
Am I audible?
Yes ma'am, you are audible. You can start.
Yeah. Yes. So is the session, is that okay? Okay, first of all, I welcome all the participants here, and I really honor all your time for being here and coming here to listen to me. And if you don't understand anything what I'm speaking, you can always comment in the chat section and hold your questions towards the end of the session. And next thing is, I want you all to have a paper and pen with you. And if you are with your paper and pen, let me know in the chat section. Reply with yes. Okay, thank you. So yes, okay, let me wait for a minute more so that if someone is missing out, having the pen and paper with them, let them come. Okay. So I want you all to write any 5 words that is coming to you right now. Any 5 words, whatever it may be it a thing, be it an emotion, be it an incident, or how you feel right now, anything. You can write it down. I'm not going to ask you to share what you have written. So you can write it out from your heart. This is just for your introspection. So you can write whatever comes to you. If you are done with writing, comment with yes in the chat section. Okay. So I shall begin. So I'm going to tell you why and when I started writing. And right from my childhood, writing has always been the part of me. And this session is all about my writing experience and how I have seen writing and how it helped me immensely in several ways. And I wonder if it works for me, why not with all other human beings? So I wanted to share this with people. I really think uh, I really thank Amazing Human Being platform to let me do that. And I'm here to share what I know and also to learn what I don't know. So I really thank you for the presence. And so yes, initially when I wanted to write, I really honestly saying that I started writing just to improve my handwriting. This is right back then, like when I was doing my first standard or second standard like that. So I wanted to write just to improve my handwriting. I just copied the paragraphs from my books and I started practicing it to just get the improvement. I mean, to get my handwriting get improved. And later I thought like I shouldn't go with the paragraphs seeing my textbooks. And then I started writing my own experience, my little happiness that I have got during my childhood. So I started writing all those things even when I was a kid. Later I don't want to, and then I started giving cards to my parents for their wedding day, for their birthdays, and I also give to my friends. I always prefer to gift writing something to someone. So it always gave me the sense of contentment and happiness. So then after that, I started I started writing to get appreciation. I wanted that appreciation because whenever I write something new, I have noticed that people started appreciating me. This is also when I was doing my schoolings. So I wanted that appreciation and recognition, and I started writing. And and then and to be more creative, if that gave me the sense of this happiness, and that pushed me towards exploring my creative side. So after that, I have noticed I have performing very good in my academics. So I write my English essays on my own without mugging up everything. And you know what? Even the laws in the physics, I won't write in the same exact way the scientist has given. I try to recreate it. So I always write that way. So that has made my dad ask me to do literature um, when I wanted to do my higher studies, and I'm really grateful for that. And then I started to write, allotting a separate notebook for writing. But during those days, I was ignorant of not keeping it all safe, and I had a lot of diaries, but I always threw it away or tear it up or burn it up. I don't know why I did that. Maybe I wanted the privacy and I wanted to keep it as a secret or something like that. So so it happened during my 8th standard. Then I started writing my likes and dislikes, um, to know more about myself. But I was not aware that I am doing this to know my likes and dislikes. But I just felt like doing it, so I just started doing it all. And then I started writing the favorite lines of the songs I like. So, and those days are the internet free days. So I think people who experience the same would get the sense of it. And I used to listen to songs from the music channels that which comes with the subtitles, and I was so curious while doing it all, and it gave me the sense of happiness. And I'm sure that you would have all done this before. Some might have experienced this, some might have explored all this what I have explored, but you know at the end of the day it gave me the sense of contentment and happiness. I am registering all journey throughout my childhood and now, just because to you know to connect more with the writing. Like I just want to bring down the fact that everybody is connected to writing in some way or other. That's why I'm getting it and bringing it all to the session here. And I was not a voracious reader back then, but I loved reading expressive writings. I was always curious to read the slam books of my friends or my family members. I have done that secretly, and also I love to read diaries. So I'm always attracted to this expressive writings rather than the printed one. And so so that I just wanted to explore on my own, and I started writing for myself, journaling my daily activities, journaling my things that what has come into my mind. So it all happened in that way. So, and how can I forget to say this, that last page our rough note holds so many things, right? So we might have scribbled, doodled, and passed notes with our friends during the class hours. So it all happened, right? So I just wanted to say this, like everybody in this world is connected with writing somewhere or other. And so and you know what? I also feel that I wanted to see all my rough notes, because I think now for now it will help me to know more about me, like what I was as a child. I know a bit, but I can't help it. I can only remember what I know about my childhood. But I really want to know how it was exactly, because by seeing the last page of my rough note, I think I am the person who write a lot in the last page of my rough note. I don't know if you all. I think to some extent you can connect with it. And now, I'm going to say the love for my words, for words. Sorry, not my words, for words. So I love words. I always believe that words we use have a greater impact in how we see things, how we see life, how we see people, and how we fight in our difficult situations. I always believe that when words come out of the heart, it might give a lot of intensity for what you are experiencing, how you see things, and how you see people, and so much. I'm not here to say be positive, think positive, don't be negative and all. I know all these terms are highly romanticized. I'm not here to say that all. But what I wanted to say is feel anything, but acknowledge it, embrace it. And there are moments when I hear people say something that mm, I read the same thing. Like uh, there are moments when I read the same thing people say to me. Like when I'm in a difficult situation or situation in such situations when I really need help, people would say something, but I will take it light. But when I read the exact passage from a book, when I read the exact words from a book, the intensity of what it says is much more deeper than what I listen to when someone close to me said. And there are moments that reading intensifies the same exact sentence in some sense, some extent, and when I write exactly the same thing out of my own experience, out of my experience that I lived, when I write the exact same thing, it it intensifies even much. I think you could resonate with it. So yes, so writing, it is the power of writing. I feel this way, and and so yes, what is writing and healing? Like how writing helps in healing. And I, before going into how writing heals, I just wanted to know, or wanted you all to know, what is healing exactly. Actually, healing is not about changing the person who you are, but knowing who you are and what you exactly need. So it is all about healing. And besides that, knowing who you are and getting in touch with it, and knowing what you want and getting in touch with it, this is all about healing. And so when I put the title healing, I didn't want you to see it as a tool or framework. I just see I just want you all to see it as an experience we live. And I feel that I'm healing beautifully. Uh, so so yes, I am here in front of you, that it would help at least two or three people who are in the session to experience the same, hopefully. And uh, and yes, my psychology behind writing is, I always feel that we all have stories to tell, and we all want our stories to be heard in some way or other, right? And so when we keep our stories within us, it means that we are keeping it inside, and it might lead to physical and psychological problems. For me, it did. For me, it happened. So by sharing our story, there are several possibilities and chance of changing it, because it changed me. It changed me immensely. Like drastic change has happened because I, shared my stories, not necessarily to another person or going public and all. Just by writing it privately, it did change me a lot as a person. And there are moments I felt like crying and started writing, and there are moments I felt very lonely and started writing. There are moments I was very happy and I started writing. There are moments I was highly in the excitement and started writing. And there are moments when I wanted to write and start writing. So this is how I write. And and how writing helps me to work on myself. So so before to work on ourselves, when we plan, when we think, or when we want to work on ourselves through writing, first it will give the sense that first step is to break the silence. So for several days we would have been very silent, and we would have not shared our stories with someone. So the first step is to break the silence, deciding to break the silence. So this is the first step, and the second thing is giving the voice to your silence. So I choose to give this a voice to my silence through writing. So so you just figure out your way, that which would help you to break your silence. So yes, after breaking my silence, I found my voice, and I personally believe that all revolutions happen because in some way or other the silence might have broken. And so I gave voice to my silence through my writing. And the next comes sharing our stories. So it is all about sharing my own experience and all. And then comes the grasping our emotions, like what we would have felt during that story, what we would have felt during experiencing that particular emotion, or being that. So it comes next, and finally giving the sense to your emotions, making sense of all those things. So this is how when it's a work in your time, I experienced the process, all this process I experienced in this, and I'm going to share all my writing things journey. So, so it was a time I was completely devastated, dejected, depressed. So yeah, and I found be difficult to hold even myself. So it was that time, and I was in search of myself. I desperately wanted to find my real self, my true self. So when I felt completely dejected and do not know where I am standing in my life, I was stagnant and completely uninterested about my life. So, but I wanted to write a diary. I had that in my, in my back thought. I wanted to write, and I just wanted to write because right from my childhood, I was I faced all the hardship need to write, like not writing, to writing. So I always had that in mind when I was in that state, write it all down. But I didn't do that because I didn't have that mindset to do, because right, when we feel very low or mm, we lost ourselves in somewhere or other, we always need to, we couldn't always sit, and we couldn't manage to sit and write, right? So it also happens in me. So hello,
Sorry, you can continue.
is there any interruption or?
No, Shishmosi, you can continue. Sorry
Yes,
for that.
okay. So yes, I see. And then I seek a support to come out of that situation with all my possibilities and have strength to be vulnerable. And I know I acquired that strength to be vulnerable, and I realized that I can be vulnerable and it is okay to be vulnerable. And I choose to speak to people I know, sources I have. So during that time, I spoke to several people. I wanted them to listen to my story. Repeatedly, I kept on telling my story to people I talked to. Uh, so I was doing all those things. So no, you know what? Surprisingly, to all the people I spoke, I heard only one thing over and over. They told, like, write it all down. And some people said, write it all and burn it. And a few gave me prompts to work on. They gave me prompts to work on, but at that time I felt like I know I have to write. If that is the solution, I would have never come to you. So these are all the things I had in my mind. So the demons inside me was all talking about all these stuffs, but somehow I managed to sit and write after after I reached the complete boredom, like complete boredom of being stagnant in life. So I almost took 3 months to sit and start writing. So after all these things, I started writing, and I wanted to burn it all, like one of my friends suggested, but I had no complete involvement or indulgence while I was doing that. But I somehow managed, because hopefully I was hoping that it might work, because I don't want to see myself in that way. So then I started writing, and I burned it. And at that time, I didn't felt it either. I wouldn't say or lie that it helped me in a greater extent and all. Uh, I saw it burning, that's all. And I wrote it all, but I couldn't feel the sense of lightness or the sense of happiness, or yes, come, go ahead. I didn't get that motivation and all, but I did that. But I felt happy that I did something for myself. So it all started there. Then I started, um, then I got a beautiful diary, and I wanted to really jot down what are all happening in my life. So it is not to work on myself, but to know what I'm doing daily. So to just write a diary, I got a diary and started writing stuffs. So but there are and so during doing all these things, it was not really easy. I started writing and doing all this stuff, but it was really, trust me, this is not a easy process. But so finally I managed to sit and write. So after started writing, it was like that, but it helped me to some extent. And I would like to share what journaling has really gave me. First of all, it gave me the sense of doing something for myself, spending time with myself. uh, you know the for so far, I would say that the happiest feeling is the sense of thinking that I'm doing something for myself. I'm spending time with myself. So it gave me that, and it gave me privacy. So nobody's there to question what I'm writing. Nobody's going to ask me why you write that way, why you did that, why you did not do that. So nobody is going to ask. So it gave me the privacy, and it gave me the sense of belongingness. After writing, I felt this. I always feel the sense of belongingness, seeing that these are all my words, these are all my experiences, these are all what I lived. So it always gives that sense of belongingness. I always embrace my words, be it hard, be it light, be it happy, be it anything. I always embrace it, and it also gives feeling of letting out deep in the heart, like it is completely my own truth. And so yes, it was all about that. And it, trust me, it is a very treasurable place to store your memories. So yes, it is a place of storing my memories, and you can always look back and see how you have evolved differently each and every day. So yes, this are all that I've got through my journaling experience. And I would like to talk more about journaling. So it is all about writing down your feelings, thoughts, emotions, and observations. And I do journaling daily, and I won't say I wouldn't miss it out at all. I will, but I will store it. And when I come back to journaling again, I will try to reflect upon what I have been on all those missed days. I will miss 1 or 2 days, not more than that. So yeah, that is a favorite part of my day. Whenever I journal, I feel so happy because that is the time I spend for myself soulfully. And so if you are a person who are going to start journaling as a beginner, I would like to say something because uh, this is my insight. So I think it might help. So first thing is just appreciate and acknowledge your interest to write. That is the first step. Like, yeah, that is the first step. And just write without judging your writing. You don't need to judge your writing, the style of writing, the handwriting, the papers you use, the diaries you use, or the content you write. You don't consider about all that thing. You just appreciate and acknowledge, and just start writing without judging. And don't worry about what you write, how you write. And so yes, after a few days, when writing you will actually face this or all as a beginner, and after you figured out that writing is really helping you and it gives you the sense of happiness, you just have to figure out what you want to write. So, for example, you answer this question, answer this question, why you want to write. Is this really making you happy? And you just have to get it out. And you can write for several purposes. When it comes to writing or when it comes to journaling, you don't necessarily need to have a particular purpose and sticking on that, and particular style and sticking on that. You can have several purposes. For example, I have journals. I have several journals like gratitude, for writing out my favorite thoughts and favorite lines from the books I read, poetry I read, movies I see. So for this, I have a particular journal, and I have a journal to track my eating patterns, like what all I'm eating. And so I have a journal of this, and I have a say journal of my, like I ask questions. I have so many ways. So this I will talk about later. What all the bits that I've got after doing journaling. I will share it. Yes, and I have a journal to writing the account, like how I spend or what I spend. So yes, for that I have a particular journal. And so yes, there are these many possibilities I found for myself. There are even more possibilities to have a journal. To find the purpose of writing your journal, you find it yourself. So these are all why for myself. So after figuring out what you have to write and what type of journal you want to write, you will know what you like and what you don't like. Like after figuring out why you want to write, you will get to know what you like and what you don't like, and you will also get to know how you like to learn things. So because these are all my tools and how I experienced. Okay, and yes, you will definitely start getting a lot of why. Like when you are into getting several questions about your life and incident happens around and people who are with you, if you have several questions with whys, and it's really a blessing because you are definitely going to get an answer for that. So you don't worry, you need not worry about when you have so many questions with you. Feel blessed that you have so many questions and you are confused, because when you are confused about something, it means that you are going to get clarity about that. Okay, then we don't need to be harsh on yourself. So when you start writing journal, oh my god, sorry for that. So yes, when you need to when you don't need to be harsh on yourself, and you don't see it as a compulsory process. Like you don't compel yourself or push yourself hard to write down. Do it with ease, and when you feel like doing, definitely it will make a miracle. Trust me, because it has done to me. And how to journal. So there is no right or wrong way. You don't need to worry about the grammatical structure or the language you use. And one crazy thing I did in between while I was experimenting my journaling experience, I even started creating my own alphabets. I for A, I designed a particular. I created my own alphabet, maybe because I need highest privacy. So I did that. It I couldn't continue to do that because it drained my energy so much. It might interest you and it might help you. So I'm giving you this as an insight. Try it out when if you it really moves you and it really interests you. Try it out, and nobody would understand that. Only you would know that. So when you can do something which nobody can understand, I think you will get the feeling that would give you. So find your own way. You don't need to assess or evaluate your writing. The evaluate or assess the way you write. Okay. So yes, this is how you can journal, and how I made it interesting. I created my own alphabets, like I said, and also I bought colorful diaries, and I draw pictures. Instead of writing down in the word form, I draw pictures, and I learned new vocabularies using this journaling process. I always loved writing, so I thought, why not I learn new vocabulary? So if I come across any new word in a poetry or any fiction I read, I will try to inculcate in my journaling process. So it helped me to improve my vocabulary, and I would like to share also why I see journaling as a very important thing. Like how it has impacted me. I'm going to share about that. So yes, why I see journaling important is because I don't want to waste my pain and sufferings. I don't want to waste my pain and sufferings. I decided to use it. So I started writing, journaling, and I really got hope and faith. And I figured out who I am, what I want, because I was into journaling in my hardest days. So you needn't go to the hardest phase and start writing journaling. You can also start writing if it really moves you. And journey of my writing, after journaling. So okay, after journaling, what should we do? Some people might not find this interesting. I mean, might find interesting writing process interesting and noting it all down interesting. But what you can exactly extract from this process, I would definitely say, when you turn back your pages, when you turn back your writings, you would definitely note notice that how you have evolved as a person in infinities each and every day. Like I used to note down what are all the new things I learn, who I meet for the first time, what happened to me for the first time, and where I went, and how I felt, what made me to do that. So I had all the tracks. So when you look back and keep tracking this, it will definitely help you to figure out your needs, your wants, your beliefs, your values, and all. It helped me to do so. And so yes, and also after that, as I said before, I'm a literature student, and after reading, I mean, many people have inspired me to write poetries, and yes, to write poetries. My favorite genre is poetry. So I always feel that poetry uh, gives the sense of, the meaning it gives every time you read. Like all books will do that definitely, but I have that personal attachment towards this poetry, because whenever I look her, I always address poetry as she or her. Like so, whenever I read her, it gives a different perception, a different meaning to me, and it moves me seriously. So I wanted to write poetry. I have seen, while I was doing my literature, I have seen several of my friends, my faculty, writing poetry, and I wanted to do the same. And yeah, I just started writing. So initially, I was not satisfied with my writing and my vocabulary, but yes, it did hurt me. Like not hurt. Hurt is not a right word. Uh, it did motivated me, like to write even more better, to write like them, to use elate words, and give the sense of intense emotions and all. So I wanted to do that. So yes, I and after got inspired from my friends and my faculty, I started writing consistently. And yes, consistency matters a lot. Be it whatever, whatever you do, whatever you think, or whatever you aspire to become, consistency matters a lot, even with journaling and writing. And yes, I started writing consistently, and now I really can see several. I won't say I became a master or pro, but I can see that I have evolved as a writer. I started writing poetry, and recently I started writing short story. I was inspired by one of my friends, and she gave me the hope that I can also write short stories. So yes, I started writing short stories, and so yes, this is, and I started blogging. So after started writing my blog, even in my when I was doing my PG, I started doing blogging, but I was not much into blogging. But now I'm doing it consistently, and when people say that my words are really making them feel comfortable, and it motivates them, and it gives a different energy. Like there are people who told me that after reading my writing, they felt so light, and they wanted me to write more like that. So so yes, I discovered my purpose, maybe I would say that. My purpose, like when your writing can heal somebody or make someone happy, why can't you do that? So I got that. So maybe I would say that that is a term called ikigai. It means that discovering your own purpose, like purpose of living. So yes, I think that's one of my purposes. So yes, I started writing poetry uh, even more than usual. And so yes, and I would also like to say about how I saw writing before and now. So when I started writing, like as I said, from my childhood, when I started writing, I started writing just to improve my handwriting, to just get the appreciation and recognition. And I got a friend through my diary. I got a friend to my diary, like who I can trust more than myself. And so yes, I just started writing with all these things in my mind. And now I see writing as my passion, the purpose of my life. So when people connect with my writings and I can make someone feel better or happy, so I need not say that I hope, because this is actually this is an emotion to be felt. So yes, and I'm observing the unusual because I started writing. So I always observe a lot, read a lot, listen a lot after started writing only, because when you write you will also know this. You will start observing the unusual, start reading the unusual, start listening the unusual. So with writing you can also have all these skills. Personally it did all this to me. So and happiness in creating something. So when you can create something, so yes, after writing every poetry I write, I have I don't worry about the way I write or the conclusion it does and the starting I made. I don't consider much about it all. But after writing my poetry, that sense of creating something, it is something to be really felt. I couldn't describe that happiness seriously, and and uh, and yeah, I have read several times about this, like a writer won't die, they stay immortal through their. So yes, I I feel that it will always live. My writings, my words will always live, so even after my days. So yes, so so yes, these are all the things I have got through my writing and journaling process. And I hope this will help you also to discover your inner potential, because how I discovered my potential, when I can discover my inner potential with this, I wonder why people like me at least can't figure it out. I would like to give you prompts to work on yourself if you like. So if you are interested to get my prompts, you can chat with yes. You can comment with yes in chat box. I will give you the prompts. Okay, thank you. So so these are all my prompts that which I worked. So I'll read it out. I will also text you personally. Feel free to reach me out. I will leave my email address. So I will ask the team to give my email address to you all. So you can. I will also text my my prompts to you all. So now I will read it out quickly. Just yes, it's 6:50. So yes, what are all the positive and negative character traits of me, and what are all the disturbances I had since childhood? What are all my traumas, and things I like and don't like, and on which emotion I should work on, what I really want in my career, friendship, family, intimate relationship, and from the society, and what are all the things I really love to do. Yes, I will attach my blog link. I will attach my blog link also. And so what makes me so happy? What makes me so sad? And what are all my strengths and weaknesses? What is my current what is my current mindset, and how am I seeing myself in future? And and things that scares me the most, things that are barrier for me from what I want to achieve. What are my interests? What am I very good at? And to just write down my bucket list of books I should read or wish to get, and what are all my deepest desires, and knowing what is my why. That like yes, as I said before, know what is your why, and and what are boundaries, how to set my boundaries. If you are a person who haven't set boundaries before, you can also add this question, like why didn't you set your boundaries previously, and what are all the things uh, you faced because of not setting your boundaries, and what are healthy boundaries, what are unhealthy boundaries. So yes, boundaries is I'm talking a lot about boundaries, I guess, because that is something I recently worked on. So yes, this is all I wanted to share. Boundaries means um, putting a circle around you and not letting other persons come inside that. Learning, for example, learning to say no at an appropriate time, and the same, and you would not feel mm, bad for saying no or behaving in such a way, because to save yourself. So boundaries is generally people will set boundaries to save themselves. So yes, this is boundary. I hope I answered your question. I don't know who asked that. I'm in mobile. Sorry. Yes, thank you. So yes, open to Q&A. This is all I wanted to share today. I can answer.
Hello, Akka.
Yes, hello.
Akka, I want you to
Please
read
state
out
your
your.
name.
Yeah, I'm Rekha.
Rekha. Hi. Yes. Yes, long
Um,
time. Yes.
now I want you to read out your favorite piece of write-up.
Oh my God. I have to search it out. Fine. Your favorite piece of writing. Thanks for asking that. I've never done that ever. So yes, I will. I have written something about the love I have towards poetry. I don't know what I have written, but yes, I will. So yes, I will go with this. I don't know whether this is my favorite, but I wanted to read this now because it is about poetry. So yes, so the title of this poetry is Poetry Love. She took away the contemptness within me. Is it even possible to take away an emotion from someone completely? She take uh, she takes away sometimes, and she never fails to come back. Every time she came, she stuffed me with a peculiar emotion that you wouldn't ever imagined and experienced. I consume her every single day. Yes, I am an info. I make love to her several times a day. Call me a sadist, I don't care. I dissect her in different ways. I tear her clothes to see her naked. Every time I see her naked, she looked different. I undress, and undress her. She never gets tired because I love her and she knows how much I love her. In the favorite corner of my room sometimes, blanks of the silent river sometimes, under the moon sometimes, irrespective of place sometimes, I lived several fantasies with her. I still have more on my list. She gives me the sense of freedom, freedom from life and living, freedom from oblivion, freedom from the self and others. I'm not carried away by her. I'm just directed to the parallel redirection of beautiful possibilities. She is mine. I don't want to own her. She is not meant to be owned. She is mine though. For all those cuddles, orgasmic nights, unconditional love, and her presence. For all those snugglings we shared, for her millionth touch on my soul, she is a soul sucker. Her familiarity doesn't breed contempt. And the more I knew her, the more she unveiled her identity. The more she showed the scars she carried, the more we made love. The more I saw her naked, the more I felt her new and fresh, and I was completely drawn to her. Then I decided to unlearn everything, not because I was bored and scared, but because I loved it and I wished to live the same life several times. And then I unlearned and started from scratch all over again. Yes, this is the piece.
Wow, this is so raw and it describes how intimate and a beautiful relationship you have with your poetry. It was so nice hearing.
Thanks for asking that, Rekha. Means a lot. Yes, thank you. So, any questions to ask?
Hi, ma'am. Hello.
Hello. May I know your name?
Yes. Yeah, ma'am. I'm Varlakshmi. Okay. So I'm
Yes.
working in a college as assistant professor. So my doubt, it's not a doubt. Okay. I seen that you're teaching English language to speech and like hearing impaired students, right?
Yes.
Ma'am, how you're
Yes.
teaching, ma'am? Through any sign language or?
Yes, through sign language. If sorry to interrupt, if you have any
Okay.
doubts regarding this, I will leave my number to the team. Kindly contact me in person.
Okay.
Thank you for asking
Okay,
that.
ma'am. Thank you.
Thank you. Yeah.
Is it audible?
Yes, audible.
Hi. Um, could you share your secret alphabets so that we can, maybe I can try to imitate? Because I have a problem with writing my journal because most of the time my journals are somehow seen by my parents or my family, so I don't normally write.
Yes, I will
So,
definitely share with you. But
yeah,
right now I have to search it. I will definitely uh, get it and share it with you.
yeah. Thank you very much,
Thanks
ma'am.
for asking it. Yes. Thank you.
Hello, ma'am.
Hello.
Hello, this is Aishwarya,
May
ma'am.
I know your good name? Yes.
Am I audible? I'm
What's
Aishwarya,
your name?
ma'am. Aishwarya.
Aishwarya. Yes, Aishwarya. Yes, I can
Uh,
hear you.
yeah, it was really a wonderful session, ma'am, and I'm able to connect a lot of things whichever you told, and it was really nice. And even I have this attachment over words. When we don't rely on people, these words gives us some kind of satisfaction, and I felt
I
that.
couldn't hear you properly. Your voice is breaking.
Am I audible now, ma'am?
Yes, yes, yes. It's clear.
Am I audible now?
Yes, yes, yes. It's clear.
That's what I was able to connect a lot of things, whatever you said, ma'am.
I'm
Um,
really
I
glad. Yes.
I just wanted to know more about this blogging. As a beginner, how can I start blogging? That is what I wanted to know, ma'am.
You just have to create your blog account through your email ID.
Okay, ma'am.
The website is www.blogspot.com. You can go
Okay.
and register there directly. And you can Yes, there will be a column, where you have to create your writings, and you can create your writings and you can publish it. How we use Word, no? It's this similar. Similarly, you can use blog. Like how we create a document in Word, you can also create, create your writings in that column, and you can publish.
Okay, ma'am. So is there like it is good to post like poems, stories, these things all, or something else should be different to post in a blog?
No, you can even write 2 lines and you can still publish. You
Okay,
can also
ma'am.
publish your quotes. Yes.
Okay, ma'am. Thanks. Thank you, ma'am. And it was really a nice session, ma'am. Thank you so much.
Thank you. I'm glad that you liked. Thank you.
Thank you, ma'am.
I will share my blog details. No. Shiva Shankari, you don't need to have any particular genre or particular theme to write your blog. You don't necessarily need to have that. You can write on anything that comes to your mind.
Hello.
Yes, hello.
Yes, ma'am. I'm Sabri from Tiruvannamalai.
Hello. Yes, I can hear you. You can ask your question.
Yes, ma'am. Okay, I'm Sabri from Tiruvannamalai. I have some doubts.
Yes.
Okay. First, I started just 2 months before only to write a poems
Okay.
in mother tongue like Tamil.
Okay. No problem. Language doesn't matter.
Okay. In this place, I facing some troubles, which means I feeling where use the right word, and that one thing. And second, how to identify the
You can ask.
mistakes.
Yes. Okay. Fine.
That one thing. And the third thing is, if we post in public, people think anything it is not good, like that mindset I feel inside of my own creation. So this type of mindset, how to I clear, and how to overcome back like the doubts I have.
So, yes, you asked 3 things, right? First, I
Yes.
answered your last question, and
Yeah.
kindly remind me other 2 questions because I forgot it. Sorry.
Okay.
And the last question, yes, when you have that fear of criticism, I would, how I face that criticism is like, instead of people not noticing you, at least somebody is there to notice you and criticize about it. So you feel, I felt good about it when somebody criticized my writings, because I felt that shift from unnoticed to no unnoticed to I'm being noticed. So this is one way. And if you have that insecurity towards writing, what will people say, I might look not good or something, you just write it consistently without worrying about what is disturbing you. So with consistency, you will definitely evolve as a writer. All writers have evolved the same way. I myself. So you just go with it. You write for yourself, not for others. So you have the mind to help you.
Okay. Okay, ma'am.
And
I
the
have.
other 2 questions.
Sorry.
I couldn't hear, your voice is breaking.
Okay. Can you hear me now?
Yes,
Hello.
yes.
Okay, ma'am. Okay. Before I asked some questions, okay, this one question I get cleared about before that two questions. So thank you so much. And I want to ask one thing. Uh, don't take wrong. If your own experience, you faced some criticism or anything, in your experience, anything you want to share, which means any deeper feelings that one person makes you not you are not a good writer, like that anyone told you?
Sorry, voice is breaking now.
Is anyone cursed you? You
Mm,
are not the right person to write anything, like that experience you have in your
Okay.
writing experience?
No. Okay. I think my no, your voice is breaking. Am I the only one who getting this voice problem? Say this a network issue or?
No, ma'am. No, ma'am. We can also continue.
Okay. Kindly, if you find it difficult to ask your question, you just let me know in the chat section. I have seen a question, someone asked how to write, not someone, Deepika asked how to write, maintain consistency in writing. So yes, maintaining consistency is a very, uh, you know, you just have to push yourself hard. And when you have the sense of satisfaction when you write, or uh, when you feel content with your creation, something or other would definitely push you to write consistently. And to maintain consistently, you don't necessarily need to write a big writing or something like that. If you want to write consistently, start writing a little, like one sentence, two sentence, one word or two word that comes to you daily. So with that, I think you will make it as a habit and start having that consistency. I hope this will help you. And I've seen several questions in chat section, but I'm in mobile, so I couldn't read it. So
Hey,
can
Agalya.
someone read for me?
Yeah, Agalya, can you hear me? Agalya, can you hear me?
Yes, I can hear you. Thank
Okay,
you
this
so
is
much for
Satish here. I'll
yes,
help you with the
thank
questions. So these are the one question is, one person is interested to write a blog, so he wanted to understand where he can get a wider audience. That is one question. And one more question that you have missed already, the person who are talking and it was little breaking, was like he was willing to ask a criticism that you have faced in your life and the way you have faced or addressed that particular issue. So if you are interested, you may come and share those criticism that you have faced in your life. Yeah. These are
yes,
the two things.
yes. I won't say this as a criticism, but yes, nobody have said to me that you're not fit to write and all. But when I share my writings continuously to a person, or with the same group of people, they would get they would feel reluctant to read it every time I send my writing. Like with generally people will tend to have that, right? When you do something, send your writings to same people again and again. So there are a few moments when my own people don't read my writings when I keep on sending them my writings often. So after that, I stopped sending my writings personally to my people. Instead, I started posting it in social media, or so so I got that motivation to not share it personally, but let it be open. If they really read and like my writing, let them enjoy. If not, I will just leave it like that, because I'm writing for my happiness, and the people who would be happy seeing my writing. So I don't choose people and send after that. I let people to choose my writing. This is what is coming to this question right now. Yes.
Hello, Akka. Rekha here again.
Yes.
This time I'm having doubts to ask. See, I'm very much in a beginning phase of writing. So here I have a doubt, like I have an irresistible urge in me to incorporate some words of rich vocabulary. But when I use that, I get complaints from my friends that it becomes so unreadable and they find it very uncomfortable reading that. So I get that urge of using rich vocabulary because of like I don't want my writing to be mediocre, or I whatever I want to whatever the words I have learned, I wanted to incorporate in my writing. So I want to apply it in my writing. So both the factors are making me to use some higher words, but it also has the downside, like it becomes so much unreadable. So what can you give suggestion based on this?
So I would come into me for this question. Yes. So it's like I won't say that you should stop using your urge to use flamboyant words or writings. But I suggest that also yes. When we use richest vocabulary, people would definitely say this, but you don't need to give up your own style. That is what I would do. It's, see, even our archaic literature, we find it difficult to comprehend the meaning because of the elusiveness of it, but we always find that fascinating. So when you put your emotion, like when you use this vocabulary or your words in your writing, and that is appropriate in your writing or appropriate with your emotions that you want to put down, it's okay to do that. You can't write for like your friends. You are not writing for your friends, first thing. And if you feel that it is giving you the sense of happiness, let them know that it is your style. And there are some people who will search for this type of writing. So try to find that platform and use that platform effectively. And also try writing simple too. Like you can also balance both. Like you can have some simple writings and also writings of your own interest, so that you might have a bigger audience. And when you have a lot of people to read your writings, people won't complain your richest use of vocabulary. When they can and when they love your simple writings, they won't find it difficult to read your complicated writings too. I believe that. So it is all, your theme and your emotion and style of yours matters. So when you could able to, have the balance between the simple writing and your richest writing, I think people would not find it difficult to comprehend your rich word, your vocabulary, and you will also get the sense of satisfaction. Like being diplomatic, I'm not being diplomatic. I think it is reality. Have I answered your question
Yeah,
convincingly?
you have answered. Thank you for that insight. And I do have another doubt. Like I write, and but mostly I don't open up it for the public domain. Maybe because I don't feel confident about the grammar portion of my writing. So what should I do? Like should I focus only on improving the grammar and then become an expert and then start publishing in public domain, or it's a mindset problem, I guess. But
No.
Yeah.
I wish to say this openly in this forum. I myself is not that confident about my grammar. Seriously. And I do make a lot of grammar mistakes when I text or when I write a paper for my research. So yes, I do this unacceptably. So so that doesn't matter. You just see and see, I write poetry. So generally, people when we write poetry, people won't look for grammar. they only look for the emotion part. So, and we can always say that is my style of writing. Like we can always tweak our make a little tweak in our grammar, and we can write in our poetry. But when it comes to short stories and all, there are several platforms to correct our grammar mistakes, and you need not be so confident about your grammar to go public. It is the motive behind it, and the theme behind it, and the emotion it gives when people read about your writing. And at last, at the end of the day, your satisfaction matters a lot. So when you are satisfied and happy about going public and receiving comments openly, you can go public irrespective of your grammar. And when only when you go public, you can know where, in which part or in which area of grammar you should improve. So when you get to know what you don't know, it will definitely help you to know what you don't know, and maybe you might also become an expert in grammar. So only when you go public, you will know your mistakes. And so yeah, so far, if it's not going to disturb you, you can go public without having that reluctancy towards going public.
Hi, Agalya.
Hi.
This is Veronica.
Yes, I sensed it. Yeah.
My question is, if writer, I mean, it is personal to you. If your writing is soothing, then it is fine. When it is appreciated, it will bring an energy in you, and it will make you to write something, something very interesting. But when it is rejected or criticized or neglected, what effect that will put in you, or how will you overcome it?
Yeah. When it is not appreciated or unnoticed, or it is overlooked, I will push myself hard to work on myself, my writing style more, and I will try to figure out the way that which would help me to improve my writing, and I will do all these things. Yes.
Yeah, thank you.
And I will not give up my writing, because I'm writing for my happiness. So yes, this is what is coming to
If
me.
appreciation is making something in you, then criticism also will give you something in your heart, isn't it?
Yes, true. I don't deny that.
But we'll
But
make it
like
as a
I said,
resistance. But will you
sorry,
make it as a
pardon?
resistance? But will you make it as a resistance, or you will become rebellion?
I won't become an active rebellion, but might be I become passive rebellion through improve my writings.
Ah, okay.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Thanks for asking that.
Hey Akalya, Satish
Hi.
here again.
Yes.
So two more questions on chat. So one is, how do you choose the topics for writing? So this is one question. And another question is from Brito. He wanted to ask in Tamil. So I think he can ask it after this, after you answering this first question. Maybe.
Yeah. Okay. First of all, for all the writings I have written before, I didn't go with my writing choosing a particular topic. I always write with the emotion I hold at that moment. So uh, I'm a kind of writer who will have just only one word in my mind at that point of time, and I won't plan my introduction, my conclusion, or the twists and turns. I'll just have only one word in my mind. I'll just start writing whatever is coming to me at that point of time, and I'll just write it down, and it will just flow. And towards the end, it would end differently in the way which I have never ever thought of or something like that. So this is how I always write. And when I wrote short story also, I won't say I didn't have theme for writing short story, but I have a certain incident that I had in my mind. All the short stories I have written is semi-autobiographical. So I try to narrate my experience in my short stories. Like I have not written much of short stories. It is not that much explored area of mine. I've written only 7 short stories so far. But all the 7 short stories I've written only based on my own experience that I've lived, semi-autobiographical. So yes, this is how I choose to write. And yes, I also write when I have the sense of rage. So normally when I start writing out of this rage or something, my writing seems that it has a strong sense of theme inside it. So yes, emotions is helping me to give the theme to my writing. So this is how I write. This is my style of writing. So whoever is interested in writing or wanting to write, know your style, identify your style. Like this is my style. So find your own style that would be so raw and honest. So I always feel that honest writings are bliss. Seriously. So at least for yourself. So yes, this is what.
Agalya, I have another question.
Yeah.
This is some research related question. You will study a lot before writing a paper. You will study a lot before writing a paper.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yes.
When you start writing, how long or how many days will it take you to complete a paper? When it comes to word limit of 2000 or 3000 words, how many days or how?
Hello. Hello, can you hear me?
I also lost her.
Yeah, okay.
And,
Yes, someone want to ask me, when are you there?
yeah, Brito இருக்கீங்களா? உங்க கேள்வி கேளுங்க, அதுக்கப்புறமா நம்மளால முடிஞ்சா இங்கிலீஷ்ல டிரான்ஸ்லேட் பண்ணிக்க முடியும்னா பண்ணிக்கலாம், ஒன்றும் பிரச்சனை இல்லை.
Yes, I will answer both in Tamil and English, no problem.
That's so kind of you. Thank you so much.
Yes, வணக்கம்.
வணக்கம் தோழி. உங்களுடைய எழுத்துக்கள்லாம் அற்புதம், இப்ப சொல்லவே வேணாம், அற்புதமான எழுத்துக்கள். தமிழ் எழுத்தாளர்களுக்கு உங்களுடைய யோசனைகள் என்னவா இருக்கும்? தமிழ் எழுத்தாளர்களுக்கு உங்களுடைய யோசனை என்னவா இருக்கும்? எப்படி எங்களை எப்படி நான் கற்பனையோட வச்சுக்கலாம், கற்பனை திறனோட, இந்த மாதிரி உங்களோட யோசனைகள் சில உங்க இதுல இருந்து எழுத்தாளர்களுக்கு உங்களோட யோசனைகள்.
தமிழ்னு கிடையாது, இங்கிலீஷ்னு கிடையாது, எந்த மொழியில நாம வந்து எழுதுறதுன்னு சொல்லி நம்ம வந்து தேர்ந்தாலும் நான் ஒண்ணுதான் சொல்லுவேன், அது வந்து ரொம்ப நேர்மையா இருக்கணும். அண்ட் நம்ம வந்து ரொம்ப அப்படியே கற்பனை திறன் நமக்கு வந்து இன்க்ரீஸ் ஆகணும், அதை அதிகப்படுத்தணும் அப்படின்னா நம்ம என்ன பண்ணலாம்னா, நம்மளை சுத்தி இருக்கிற நிகழ்வு, நம்ம வந்து சந்திக்கிற இல்ல வந்து நம்ம ஃபேஸ் பண்ற அந்த ஒவ்வொரு நாளும் நம்ம வந்து எதெல்லாம் சந்திக்கிறோமோ இல்ல யாரெல்லாம் பாக்குறோமோ, என்ன விஷயம் எல்லாம் நம்ம கவனிக்கிறோமோ, அதுல இருந்து நம்ம நிறைய வந்து நம்மளோட எழுத்துக்கள்ல வந்து பயன்படுத்தலாம். ஸோ எஸ், எல்லா எழுத்தாளர்களுமே எனக்கு தெரிஞ்சு இதுதான் மையமா வச்சு எழுதுறாங்க. எல்லா எழுத்தாளர்களும் எனக்கு தெரியாது, பட் நான் அந்த மாதிரிதான் எழுதுறேன். ஸோ அதுதான். அப்போ மனசுக்கு என்ன வருதோ, மனசுக்கு நேர்மையா நம்ம பாக்குற விஷயம், நம்ம சந்திக்கிற மக்கள், நம்ம அனுபவம், இதெல்லாம் வச்சு கண்டிப்பா நம்ம நல்ல கொடுக்க முடியும்.
தமிழ்ல ஏதாவது புக் எழுதுவீங்களா?
மொழி இது எந்தத்துலயும் வந்து
தமிழ் மொழியில எழுதிங்களான்னு கேட்கிறேன். ஏன்னா எங்களை மாரி சாமானியர்களுக்கு அது போய் சேரணும் கண்டிப்பா. கேக்குதா?
வாய்ஸ் பிரேக் ஆகுது.
கேக்குதா?
கேக்குது கேக்குது.
உங்களுடைய எழுத்து தமிழ் சாமானியர்களுக்கும் இருக்குமான்ற மாதிரி கேக்குறேன். உங்களுடைய எழுத்துக்கள் புரியுதா?
நான் இங்கிலீஷ்ல எழுதுறது கேக்குறீங்களா?
ஆமா ஆமா, உங்களுடைய எழுத்துக்கள் இருக்குமா, தமிழுக்கும் இருக்குமா அந்த மாதிரி கேக்குறேன்.
நான் தமிழ்ல எழுதியிருக்கேனான்னு கேக்குறீங்களா?
எழுதிருக்கீங்களா, எழுதுவீங்களா இந்த மாதிரி கேக்குறேன்.
நான் இதுவரை தமிழ்ல பெருசா எழுத ட்ரை பண்ணதுக்கு முயற்சி பண்ணது கிடையாது. ஆனா ஓரளவுக்கு நான் தமிழ்ல வந்து எழுதியிருக்கேன். ஒரு 4-5 எழுதியிருக்கேன், அவ்வளவுதான். ஆனா என்னால வந்து இங்கிலீஷ்ல வந்து நான் எவ்வளோ அழகா நான் சொல்ல வர விஷயத்த சொல்ல வரேனோ அந்த அளவுக்கு தமிழ்ல வந்து என்னால வந்து நான் இன்னும் என்னை மேம்படுத்திக்கணும்னு நான் நினைக்கிறேன். ஸோ அதனால நான் இன்னும் நிறைய கத்துட்டு தான் தமிழ்ல எழுத போறேன். கண்டிப்பா எழுதணும்னு ஆசை, பட் நான் இன்னும் நிறைய கத்துக்கணும். தமிழ் பொறுத்த வரைக்கும் நிறைய வார்த்தைகள், தமிழ் வந்து ரொம்ப அழகு. ஸோ நிறைய வார்த்தைகள் தேவைப்படுது எனக்கு. ஸோ அதனால நான் வந்து தமிழ்ல இன்னும் எழுதாம இருக்கேன். ரொம்ப தேங்க்ஸ் இந்த கொஸ்டின் கேட்டதுக்கு.
நன்றி தோழி. அவ்வளவுதான். நன்றி தோழி.
எஸ் சார். So yes, I can translate this in English. So he first he asked like how to be creative while writing, and what are the source of inspiration. So I just told that language is not a barrier, and you can always get inspired from your daily experiences, people you meet, things you see, and the way you see little around you. So it would be a sensation, and it will definitely bring the sense of creativeness in your writings. So yes, and secondly, he asked me whether I have written in Tamil. So I just told that I have to improve my vocabulary in Tamil, and then I have to start writing in Tamil. Yes.
Hi Agalya, this is Sundar.
Yes, hi. Yes.
Am I audible?
Yes, you are clear.
Yeah, I have two questions. First, how does this corona situation, lockdown, had affected your writing and your thought process now? And second is, who are the so far based on your writing experience, who are the target audience?
Sorry, see, I have this trouble with remembering so many questions. So can you please help me with asking one by one, if you don't mind?
Sure, I will carry on.
Yeah.
I will ask my second question next.
How did it affect my writing? I would say that this lockdown has helped me with my writing. Like, I've started writing even more than usual because I find my, that I have so much of time with myself, and I'm reading a lot these days than usual. So this lockdown has highly impacted me in a positive way in my writing. I would say in my writing, all the journey I have had on writing, like this lockdown phase is most beautiful, and it really helped me to what I'm really capable of in terms of writing. Yes, I found my purpose, I would put it that way beautifully. Yes.
Yeah, super interesting. My second question is, so far based on your writings and readings, who are the main target audience so far who have read your writings?
Sorry, pardon?
Who are the target audience? What kind of people who are reading your writings?
Voice is breaking.
I'm asking about the target audience. Which set of people are reading
target
your post
audience?
regular?
My target audience.
Yes.
Yes, my target audience is I write people like me. Like normally, I would all maximum of my writings are in women's perspective so far, and yes, so far I felt comfortable with that type of writings. But I won't say I would stop with this. I really need to focus on several topics that might impact a lot of people, concerning society. I really wanted to explore all those years, but for now, I focus on. I especially focus on this people, with the mental health and women. Yes, I usually write based on, not completely into it, but I would say to some extent people who really want to feel motivated or feel good about themselves, can go for reading my writings. It would make them ease, I guess. Maybe some people would get more can relate more with my writings if they are going through something or something like that. Yes, that has been my target audience. They have been, yeah.
Yeah, super. Thank you. Agalya, actually, I've been asking you about your blog detail. I was about
Yes,
to attend some other session also. Can you please send the blog details in the chat so that I can take note and I can move away with another session,
for
please?
sure. For
Yeah,
sure. Thanks
please.
for asking that. I'll definitely send you
I'm
my
very
blog
curious to
link.
read your writings after attending your session.
I'm
It's
glad and
very
thank you
interesting.
so much. Thank you. Thank you for
Yep.
saying that.
Please send the details of a blog now, please, please.
Yes, yes, sure. Thank you.
Thank you, thank you.
Hello, ma'am.
Yes.
This is again Aishwarya. I have one question. Before
Yeah.
starting with the session, you told us to write 5 words. I just want to
Voice is
know,
breaking. Sorry, your voice is breaking. Hello.
ma'am, am I clear now? Am I audible?
Yes, your voice is clear.
In the beginning of the session, you told us to write the 5 words. I just want to know the reason for telling us.
Yes, I actually missed. I actually missed it. Thanks for reminding me this. I actually wanted to write another 5 words that is coming to you right now. Like I planned that way. So people out there, if you really want to, do this, you can do. You just also write another 5 words that is coming to you right now. Like what are you feeling? Like what comes to you? And if you are done with it, please do comment yes in chat section.
Agalya, sorry, I missed one. Sorry about that.
For
So
all the people who are asking my blog details, I will definitely send you all. I'll leave my email address with you. I will definitely send my blog link to you. I'm on mobile and I couldn't attach this.
sure. Thank you, Agalya. Thank you for that. And I think did I miss or I'm not sure. Deepika was asking a question in Tamil, I think.
Yes, yes. She didn't
Deepika,
ask me in Tamil. Let her. Yeah.
தீபிகா உங்க கேள்வி கேட்கலாமா? இருக்கீங்களா?
நான் இருக்கேன்.
யாமா.
கேக்குதா?
கேக்குதுமா.
கேக்குது.
ஹலோ.
கேக்குது
அக்கா.
தீபிகா சொல்லு.
என்னன்னு இல்ல இப்போ வந்து நீங்க நிறைய போயம்ஸ்லாம் எழுதுறீங்கல்ல, அதுல இப்போ யூசர்ஸ் பெர்ஸ்பெக்டிவ், அதாவது படிக்கிறவங்க பெர்ஸ்பெக்டிவ்ல இருந்து பார்க்கும்போது யதார்த்தமான கவிதைகள் ஒண்ணு இருக்கு, கற்பனை கவிதைகள் ஒண்ணு இருக்கு. மோஸ்டா யூசர்ஸ் வந்து எதை எக்ஸ்பெக்ட் பண்ணுவாங்க, படிக்கிறவங்க வந்து வாசகர்கள் எதை எந்த மாதிரி கவிதைகள் எக்ஸ்பெக்ட் பண்ணுவாங்க? உங்களுடைய கருத்து என்ன அதை பத்தி?
இது வந்து எப்படி சொல்றது, இது ஜெனரலைஸ் பண்ணி தான் என்னால சொல்ல முடியும். பிகாஸ் ஒவ்வொரு பர்சனும் ஒவ்வொரு விதமா பார்ப்பாங்க. கரெக்டா? எனக்கு அப்படிதான் தோணுது. லைக் ஒருத்தவங்க அவங்களோட நீட் என்னன்னு சொல்லிட்டு ரீடர்ஸ் தான் டிசைட் பண்ணுவாங்க. ஸோ எஸ், நம்ம என்ன பண்ண முடியும்னா லைக் நம்ம எழுதுவோம், பட் படிக்கிறவங்களோட பெர்ஸ்பெக்டிவ்னு ஒன்று இருக்கு. சில பேர் வந்து அதை சில பேருக்கு வந்து ரொம்ப அந்த மாதிரி ஃபேண்டசி கற்பனை அதிகமா இருக்கிற ரைட்டிங்ஸ் பிடிக்கும். சில பேருக்கு வந்து ரொம்ப யதார்த்தமா இருக்கிற மாதிரி பிடிக்கும். ஸோ அகைன் அது படிக்கிறவங்களை பொறுத்து தான் இருக்கு. ஸோ எழுத்தாளரா ஸோ நான் இது வரைக்கும் எழுதின எல்லா எழுத்துக்களுமே வந்து நான் வந்து இன்னொருத்தங்களுக்கு எழுதணும், லைக் அவங்களுக்கு வந்து இது நான் என்னோட எழுத்து படிச்சுட்டு அவங்க வந்து அவங்களுக்காக இது எழுதணும் அப்படின்னு சொல்லிட்டு நான் இது வரைக்கும் பெருசா ஃபோக்கஸ் பண்ணி எழுதுனது கிடையாது. நான் வந்து எனக்கு என்னோட எக்ஸ்பீரியன்ஸ் என்னவோ, நான் என்ன பயங்கரமா உள்ள ஃபீல் பண்றேனோ அதை தான் எழுதுவேன். நிறைய பேர் வந்து அது கூட ரிலேட் பண்ணியிருக்காங்க. ஸோ நான் எழுதின எழுத்துக்களுக்கு வந்து இருந்த மக்கள் பார்த்தா யதார்த்தமா இருக்கிற விஷயங்களை ரசிக்கிற மாதிரி தான் எனக்கு தெரியுறாங்க. ஸோ என்னோட ரைட்டிங்ஸை ரசிச்ச மக்கள் வந்து யதார்த்தமா இருக்கிறத விரும்புற மாதிரி தான் எனக்கு தெரியுது.
அகல்யா, நான் பேசுறது கேக்குதா? திஸ் இஸ் திவாகர்.
எஸ் கேக்குது திவாகர்.
உங்களுடைய பெர்மிஷன் இருந்துச்சுன்னா உங்களுடைய பிளாக் ஸ்பாட் லிங்க் என்கிட்ட இருக்குது, நான் போஸ்ட் பண்ணலாமா?
ப்ளீஸ் கைண்ட்லி டூ தட். தேங்க் யூ ஃபார் தட். எஸ், பண்ணிடுங்க. கைண்ட்லி டூ தட். தேங்க் யூ ஸோ மச்.
ஓகே. Whoever want to see Agalya's black spot, I have shared the black spot link in chat box, so you all can give a view.
And I really thank everyone who wanted to read my blog. I really thank you all.
If no one have any questions, I think it's time to conclude the session. And Vignesh, are you ready to conclude? Agalya, hope you're done with your sessions, right?
Yeah, I feel very complete and satisfied. I really thank each one of you who organized this, and I thank my parents, my friends especially. I really thank Amrita for asking me to do this session. I thank you, Amrita, for pushing me to do this. And I really thank all the participants who listened to me and acknowledged the sharing of mine and being there throughout. And it means a lot to me. This is something I'm doing for the first time. And yeah, I feel very satisfied. And yes, of course, I had my own learning today. Thanks for letting me learn something from you all. Thank you. Yes, Divakar. This is what I wanted to share.
Hello?
Yes, hello.
ஓகே அக்கா, நான் பேசுறது கேக்குதா?
கேக்குது, நல்லா கேக்குது.
ஓகே, சூப்பர். தேங்க்யூக்கா. தேங்க்யூ ஃபார் தட் வண்டர்ஃபுல் செஷன். ஆக்சுவலாக கொஞ்சம் நெட்ஒர்க் ப்ராப்ளமாக இருந்ததுனால எனக்கு கொஞ்சம் இன்னைக்கு ஃபுல்லாகவே நிறைய எரர்ஸாக தான் போயிட்டு இருக்குது. ஸோ யா, இப்போ கொஞ்சம் ஓரளவுக்கு ஓகே. தேங்க்யூக்கா. ஆடியன்ஸ் வேற யாருக்காவது எதனா டவுட் இருந்தா ஸ்டில் வி ஹாவ் அ டைம், ஸோ நீங்கள் கேட்கலாம்.
Okay, Vignesh, still your voice is breaking. I think
yeah, Anna, can you end it?
I think there is its time is up. We can end the session, I think. Agalya, can we end the session?
Yes.
Okay, thanks a lot, Agalya. It was a great session and I have listened. So it's nice, so nice from the point of view of a single person. So you have narrated it completely. It's something beyond that can be explained from my heart. I really enjoyed the way you expressed your thoughts and your views you always say that that is my part, that is my you always shared with your things with an high feeling. So I really getting attached with that. So
Thank you.
thanks for it, thanks for sharing it. So
Yes.
fine.
Thank you
Yeah,
so much. Thank you so much.
thank um Bhavani, I think we can end the session.
Yeah, okay, Divakar.
Okay.